Bye.
I don't know.
Alright, Connor, just moments ago.
Oh god.
Just moments ago, we finished watching Oblivion. Not the 2004, the one with Tom Cruise, but
That's Edge of Oblivion.
no, that was Edge of Tomorrow, but there's also a Tom Cruise movie called Oblivion.
Oh, really?
But anyway, this movie was made by Dark Moon Productions, who's known for making hit films such as Puppet Master 1 through 8, Ginger Dead Man 1 through 5, Evil Bonds 1 through 9, and the crossover Evil Bong versus the Ginger Dead Man. 1994, this movie came out, direct to DVD, and I didn't pay attention for 3/4 of this movie, so Connor, you're gonna have to carry the plot discussion. Tell me about it.
This movie is about cowboys that live in like a 1994 sound set, and there's racist Indian people that are probably not really Indian.
Oh my god.
And then they fight like aliens, and there's like this main evil alien with like an eye patch, and like he looks like the fucking cover of Ripley's Believe It or Not, like 2004 or some shit with the reptile man, you know?
And this leader, the aliens, is complete savage.
He's a fucking
he
savage.
He kills this dragon thing, and the population of the city's like 489 or something, and then he uses the blood to turn it into 488.
That's about the only funny part of the whole movie, and that's happens within the first 5 minutes.
Oh, it's literally the first thing that happens. This movie's supposed to be a sci-fi, steampunk, western, dark comedy, adventure, action, sci-fi horror movie?
Honestly, I was having such a hard time trying to figure out what fucking genre it was at any given moment. Like, at points I thought it was in another language and it got overdubbed because the ADR was so bad.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, legitimately, at
there's that
one point in the movie,
scene.
we were like, this is probably a porno. Like, it was coming.
We had a discussion whether or not it was a porno. Yeah.
And it was like probably 10 minutes. I was pretty undecided on whether or not it was just an expensive porno or if it was just...
There was a lot of stuff in it that was pretty porny, like...
And then later on, I was like, it's not a porno. But then more shit started to happen. I'm like, is it a softcore porno?
Yeah, like the main villain has 2 companions, and one of them's a retarded guy, and the other's like a dominatrix who wears assless chaps who beats people with an electric whip.
She's a lesbian with the...
Oh, she's a lesbian too. She sexually harasses the one girl. And then also, like, in the first scene, they're in, like, this bar, and there's, like, this black stripper who has bananas hanging from... She has, like, a skirt made out of bananas in, some sort of weird racist joke or something. It's incredibly bizarre. But anyway, continue talking about the plot. I'm sure you have a lot to say.
I guess I'll start with another thing I remember. There was the fucking kind of weird looking lady, and she was getting fucking sexually harassed by the fucking lesbian dominatrix.
Oh, the girl in the leopard suit? Oh no,
the girl that owns the store. And
she's like, my husband died, and he was the dreamer of my store.
And she's making all sorts of shit, and she has to like have lesbian sex with this dominatrix, otherwise they're gonna blow up her store. And the villain guy is just kind of a savage, and then she like guns one down and they fucking run away like fucking Cobra retreating from G.I. Joe.
The villains were the biggest pussies ever. Like they would just walk around and they'd be like, we're really intimidating. And then someone would be like, hey, get out of my shop, and they'd be like, oh, okay, I guess, and they'd just walk off.
They were essentially Power Rangers villains. This movie was shot a lot like on a Power Ranger style, where it looked like they used Power Ranger VHS cameras. Except Power Rangers shot composition, terrible angles, looks like a soap opera. I mean, it was kind of like they shot a fucking
But then
soap
they
opera
filled
and
everything
filled
with-
it in with his alien crap.
They filled everything in with like weird shit, like everything, all the sets, like the main set, like the outside town set. There was like electric fans that would just like
Yeah, they were,
electric
like-
fans outdoors, and they were all built by George Takei, and he'd always do Star Trek memes, like he drank out of a bottle, and he's like, "Beam me up, Scotchy," blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, "I'm a doctor, not a whatever," like all these Star Trek memes, and I'm just like, oh, don't put George Takei in a movie ever, please.
They had to pull the fucking memes because they paid for him, and George Takei would be glad to recite all the Star Trek memes. Honestly, if we fucking hired George Takei, he'd be like, $10,000, he'd show up at our house, we could film a scene with him for a movie. And George would be like, "What do you want me to do in this scene?" And we're like, "Can you just spout every line from Star Trek you could remember? And we'll fucking pay you $1,000 and you can be on your gay merry way."
Okay, so
Slap
the plot
his
of
ass
this
a couple
movie.
times and send him out the door.
Does this movie have a plot? And if so, let's keep talking about
I
it.
don't remember. They fought. They got in a bunch of fights.
So then,
Even
yeah,
Scorpion King 4 was a lot more entertaining than this crappy movie.
I'll talk about a little bit that happens
Alright.
towards the end. The big guy who's he's in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Weird tall guy.
The tall guy from Star Trek: The Next Generation. He appears in the Red Room in Twin Peaks. He's like a psychic or something, or I think. Like
I have
he
no
reads the
fucking
stars or
idea.
something, and he's like, "You guys are all gonna die." And then they get in a shootout in
This
the
is
dark.
new to me.
They get in a shootout in the dark, and like they're all shooting, and like the dominatrix is whipping people, and then all the bad guys die, and the good guys all get on one horse or something, and they like ride off into the night, and it ends with "To Be Continued" because there's a sequel named Oblivion 2.
The puppy years. Well, I mean, they make an 8 fucking ginger dead man. They probably are just like, they're probably like halfway through this movie, and they're like, it'd be a cool sequel, and the guy started writing the script.
You know what's really fucking weird?
What?
They made another Puppet Master movie this year. Do you know how many Puppet Master movies there've been?
How many?
Because, let me think. Because in the guy who was in The Room with Tommy Wiseau's friend who wrote The Disaster Artist, starred in Puppet Master 4. And The Room is from 2001. No, he starred in Puppet Master 5. And The Room is in 2001. And then they made one this year. They made one this year. They have a new storyline going for Puppet Master where there's like the Nazis rise again and the Puppet Master controls his puppets to like fight the Nazi army. And it's like some direct to sci-fi channel fucking
I'm not
shit.
surprised. What number is it?
I don't know exactly how many there are, but it's at least number 9.
Jesus Christ.
Like the first movie was backed by Paramount. Like Paramount made the first 2 of them, I think.
When did those come out? Like,
And those were made in like the late 80s or maybe like the really early 90s. And those movies had like real budgets. Like they were shit, but like they had money behind them. I can't even imagine that Nazi uprising, Fuhrer rises again, Evil Bong 17 has more than like 100K put behind it.
Yeah, no, probably not much.
What were we saying? God, this movie is so fucking boring.
This movie is, yeah.
I mean, okay, what
Let's
did
get on
you
that
think
fuck.
of this movie?
Honestly, this fucking movie was pretty fucking boring. Like I said, it was shot like fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on the same VHS cameras. And then like some fucking sci-fi network would come out. The world was disgusting to look at. The mixture of old school Midwestern and
steampunk
sci-fi
Western.
and contemporary 90s. I was just really disgusted by it, to be honest. The world was probably one of the ugliest sci-fi and Western worlds because it didn't utilize either the fucking cool things in science fiction worlds, like, you know, spaceships and like
They had a lot of
futuristic crap, and they couldn't go with a period piece, and they wouldn't just go modern day, so it's just
Like
this
those
jumbled
weird
mess.
conjoined twins at the start. What was that?
was fucking racist too, was another thing, with Johnny Redcorn or whatever, fucking running around being
Chaka the Red
I almost guarantee you that guy wasn't really.
No, he straight up wasn't, dude. That dude
He was
white,
white,
guy with long
Italian.
hair.
I don't.
You remember this guy?
Aronized Cody, he was an actor in the movies.
Son of Paleface, Sitting Bull. You're a fucking poster boy. Part Cherokee, part Cree. Wasn't even a fucking Indian. Second generation Sicilian from Louisiana named Spiro Dakota.
Well, I think you better leave now.
Guy's a total fucking phony. Total fugazi. Even Jay Silverheels knew it. But he kept it quiet. Well, we're not gonna. You keep up your bullshit. We're gonna go wide with this thing.
Knock yourself out.
Fucking know.
He was probably, like, most of the actors from these Dark Moon films and shit are from, like, Central Europe, you know? Like,
Oh yeah.
Russia, Yugoslavia,
I believe that shit.
fucking shit. He was probably from one of those countries, Germany or something.
Long hair.
Yeah.
No, I knew he wasn't native. And the fucking movie treats him like this is like made in the 1920s. Like
Did he
they're
die?
like the white man.
Or
like
who was it? Who was it that died in the movie?
I couldn't fucking tell
I
you. 'cause
stopped
I
paying
zoned
attention.
out so hard.
And I looked up and they were having a funeral, and I was like, I couldn't figure out who it was for. But then I think the Indian was in that final battle. I don't know. So anyway, you got any more thoughts about this movie?
Yeah, I got a few more thoughts. Like the fucking, I don't fucking know. This movie's terrible. I don't know why George Takei was in this movie. Like I know George Takei will take any part because he's like one of the most desperate actors alive. Barely alive, granted, but alive. He's fucking been desperate since the 90s. Like he's been out of his career like 30 years in the 90s. So imagine how he feels now, 55 odd years out of.
Well,
his
now he's a
fucking glory
meme because
days.
he's got like the Facebook page.
He's
that
got the
everyone's mom
Facebook
is
page and
on,
everything.
and then he was in like
Oh,
he just
no,
like
he
makes
just
cameo
shows up on
appearances
The
in
View
TV
and
shows.
shit,
He shows
man.
up in the Big Bang
But he'll
Theory.
show
He's
up
like,
in
I'm George
No, not
Takei.
just that. He'll come to like he was on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, he was. He was
He'll
in
be on-
Community.
He'll be on
He
any
was the
fucking
narrator in the
show.
Halloween episode.
I bet you I could get George Takei to star in my fucking porno opposite me, you know?
Like, we just walk over the flame.
Find someone for George Takei to fuck for $50, and then we pay George Takei like $25 and pay the fucking prostitute $50.
I saw a clip from a radio show, like it was a behind the scenes clip from a radio show, where George Takei jerked a dude off. It was really weird.
What?
Like the guy has his dick out and George Takei is just like jerking him off there, and it's really strange.
Is it one of the radio guys?
No, it's like paid intern or something. They're like,
Is
hey,
the dude
intern.
straight, or did George Takei just fucking...
I didn't watch the whole thing. I wasn't like searching out George Takei giving dude hand job full video so that I could find the context between a clip I saw randomly on the internet of George Takei jerking a dude off, you know?
It's fucking weird.
See, this movie's so boring that we're just talking about George Takei jerking dudes off and evil bong, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this movie was
So
kinda
continue with
fucking
your
awful.
thoughts. I got very few thoughts about this, so.
I mean, I zoned out for the entire time. I thought the movie would be like a funny, terrible movie. This shit was made on a budget for a budget. Felt like you could have aired on ABC's Saturday fucking Sunday afternoon movie day.
ABC Family Movie Day.
Like,
Featuring a dominatrix and a
I
black
honestly
woman
am
wearing
shocked.
a
I'm honestly shocked this is on any fucking form of media besides VHS.
It was
I
distributed
don't
by
know
Rhino.
how we bought this fucking
Rhino
movie.
distributes everything.
That's true.
Rhino's like.
But the
we
question
found
is,
this
how did
fucking
we buy
home
this
video.
fucking DVD on DVD? How did we find this at the thrift store? Like, who bought this shit in the first place that they could have donated to the thrift
Rhino
store?
distributed it. It ended up in the Walgreens $2 bin. Someone bought it, said, "Holy shit!" this
Yeah, I'm
movie
guessing it
sucks."
ended up at the fucking, like, based on like fucking I'm guessing it was in the fucking thrifty way, dude, across the street, but down to Leo's.
It's a possibility.
I think it was there, because have you ever been there? They have like $4 movie pendants, like fucking shit from Rhino and shit from China. Because they probably ordered the shit out of a catalog where it's like $2 a movie bulk or some shit.
Yeah, but whatever. Basically, we got the movie at a thrift store.
It was fucking terrible.
It's terrible. I mean, I don't have a lot of thoughts about it because probably 20 minutes. We had 40 minutes left of the movie, so I missed like the last half of the movie playing on my phone because I couldn't take it anymore. But I mean, this movie's not the Scorpion King 4. It's not hilariously bad. It's not fun. It has
like
the
as
one.
hilariously bad as fucking Henry Mann in the King Tut's tomb.
I mean, even King Tut's tomb was fucking. King Tut's tomb was funny.
It had its funny moments.
This movie started out hilarious with him like drawn on the board, and then like this movie was clearly like meant to be a dark comedy. Like even the Wikipedia page calls it dark comedy. But like everything that it tried to do, that I couldn't tell when they were joking and when it was just shit. And everything that was clearly a joke was like so dumb that it wasn't funny. And like it was so shitty. Like it wasn't even like funny shitty because nothing happens in the movie. It's just like people stand around. They shoot at each other in slow-mo so that they could save on special effects budget. And then people like stand around in a different Hollywood set and like they look at each other angrily, and then like the people throw boxes at each other and then leave. Yeah. Like this whole movie is just people leaving rooms.
King Tut was better.
King Tut's tomb was better. Scorpion King 4 was better. Batman vs Superman was slightly better. I mean, this movie is a fucking train wreck, but not in an entertaining way. It's not a train crashing into another train and exploding. It's like a train slowly tipping off the rails and nothing.
You know, there's no survivors because they're in the middle of the bridge.
Well, no, because a train falling off a bridge is entertaining. This is like an empty train car tips over in the middle of the night while no one's around. Kind of train wreck, you know? Like it's fucking boring. So, I wouldn't recommend this.
Yuppie doodles.
I'm gonna assume Connor wouldn't recommend this by his
No, I would
yuppie doodles.
completely recommend this movie.